And it's another beautiful Saturday. And yes, Saturdays are for learning. I'm super excited because today we are going to be talking about the skilled communication rubric. Last week we talked about skilled communication and gave an overview on the big ideas of skilled communication. And this Saturday we are going to be talking about the skilled communication rubric and how we can code our lesson activities in order to know the level of skilled communication going on. I'm excited. Are you? Yes. So I would like to quickly talk about our law, the law of 21st century learning. Yes, it states that the quality of innovative teaching practices is directly proportional to the outcomes of students in a learning environment. Do you remember this? I'm sure you do. But wait, it's time to dive into our class, okay? No time to waste. Let's go. Now, when talking about skilled communication, some questions need to be asked. Can the students support and communicate their own ideas? Can they provide supportive evidences? Are they communicating to a particular audience? It is important and crucial. As educators, we need to have a framework like a decision tree that tells us how to gauge the level of skilled communication going on. Now, take a look at this decision tree. Lovely, right? A decision tree provides a framework and visual representation for planning an effective lesson across 3 different levels. Note that the decision tree may answer, one question or 2 questions at the same time, or all the 3 levels of questions in the decision tree. And note that the number system is a code and not a score. Yes, it's a code and does not validate the quality of lesson given. However, it tells you what level of skilled communication is going on in your classroom. So when designing your lesson activities, the following questions need to be asked. 1. Are the students communicating in this lesson and using different forms, making the communication extensive or multimodal? If the lesson activity is not engaging this form of communication, we call the activity 1. Now we ask the next question. If yes, they are actually ensuring extensive and multimodal form of communication, we ask, are supportive evidences provided, or are the students communicating to a target audience? If each of these questions is no, but yes, the students are communicating in an extensive and multimodal form, we call the activity 2. Now, we ask the next question. Is there a specific audience in mind when communicating? So yes, if the students are engaging in extensive or multimodal communication, they are providing supportive evidences, and yes, they are targeting a specific audience, we call the activity 3. Yes, so now we ask the next question. Is the specific audience being targeted effectively? If yes, we call the lesson activity 4. And if no, the activity remains on 3. I hope you understand this. And we talked about extended communication happening when the students are able to talk extensively and not just drop single phrase answers. When they are able to speak about their ideas, with evidences, that is when they are making extensive communication. When they are able to attach pictures, attach videos, and then talk about the different stages of an activity, then they are able to make extended and multimodal communication. We also said that when our students are being able to provide supportive evidences, yes, they are in the second level of communication. Then they are able to attach articles from Google Scholars, they are able to attach evidences, newspaper publications, they are able to talk about proofs, give ideas, maybe give you an example of images or videos they are created. Then they are providing evidences, okay? And then when they have a target audience in mind and they are speaking to a particular set of people, then they have reached the advanced level of skilled communication. And this can be applied in presentations and debates, in role plays, and in project defenses. And we will be exploring more, okay? Sit tight. Now, the decision tree does not mean that your students have to have all the 3 different levels at the same time. At times, you might want your children to just be able to speak extensively in your particular lesson. At times, you might just want them to be able to provide supportive evidences, proofs, videos, pictures, or show the steps to which they took to achieve a particular thing, right? And at times, you might actually want them to just speak to a specific or a target audience. And this would help them to be able to integrate the 3 levels by the time they get to the advanced level of communication. And this is very key when addressing and designing a lesson, okay? Here are a set of reflective questions for you. Take a look at this activity. How would you call a lesson activity where students are being told and asked how to define a solar system and they are communicating with their own set of ideas? Code what? 1. You're right. Now, how would you call a set of activities where the students are being told to design or fill in a Microsoft OneNote talking about a specific project or project title like space, and they need to infuse pictures, infuse videos, music, Google articles? How would you call the activity? Yes. How would you call the activity where children are recording a video on how they design a scratch project from start to finish? Amazing, you are smart. Now, how would you design a code an activity where we had students make a presentation on the Indian culture to a group of kindergarten students? You are amazing, code 4. Well done. So now I see that you have a full understanding of what it means to code lesson activities on skilled communication. Now I want to show you this. This is the skilled communication rubric. So we've been looking at the decision tree, and I want you to know that you can either use the decision tree or the rubric. Now take a look at the rubric and let's dive in. So when students do not produce extended or multimodal communication in their lesson activity, we code it 1. When students produce extended or multimodal communication but do not provide evidence or have a target audience in mind, we call the activity 2. Now, when students produce extended or multimodal communication, they provide evidences but do not have a target audience in mind, or they target an audience but do not provide evidences, we call the lesson activity 3. Now, when students produce extended or multimodal communication, they provide evidences and they target an audience, then we call that lesson activity 4. Beautiful, right? I hope you had an amazing time with me, because I did have an amazing time with you. And I look forward to you joining me next week, Saturday. We'll be discussing the skilled communication further, and we'll be looking at anchor lessons that can help us actually code real life lesson activities in our classroom. I look forward to you joining me, and see you on Saturday. Bye.